What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is episode 2 of Witcher Blood Origin, a show that is a show.
It is a show.
It is a show.
Yeah, I'm reserving judgment because I think it's like a little bit messy, but I'm kind of like really intrigued about the story. So, so we're here. We're going to react to episode 2.
I think that if they tie all of this stuff together, well, it could be a really fun show.
Yeah, I agree.
But they introduced a lot, and I think that they gave themselves a harder job than was necessary.
Yeah, it's really easy to get bogged down, especially when you add the high fantasy on top of the complicated plot line.
Yeah, I agree. So let's just dive into it. If you want the full-length reaction, go into patreon.com/nerdynightly. That's where you can find that. But if you don't want that, stay here. You're already in the video, and you haven't even watched the good part yet.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Another sought vengeance against the might of the Golden Empire.
Yeah, see, this is just a continuation of the last episode.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This place is full of elves who hate you all just as much as I do. All high as kites and quick to battle. So, do yourself a favor and fuck the fucking fuck off!
Fair. It's decent advice.
Maybe he's not in there.
Oh, she talks to her hammer. Oh, wow. Yeah, don't mess with dwarves.
Nah.
That's what I learned from Gimli.
Yeah, don't fuck around.
Yeah.
What would you suggest we do? Invite them over for tea?
I don't know. A strategy that doesn't just kill everybody.
Yeah.
Two warriors who overcame all obstacles, stacked against them, bound together by destiny, etc., etc. There's enough of a seed there to grow a powerful story that the peasants can latch onto.
How does he know about destiny and the pact that they made?
Maybe the chaos magic told him about it. Right? Maybe that's why everyone's after them, is because the chaos person... Unless we just missed something in the first episode, but...
Edward, south of here. There's a small bank we can hit.
We'll need to stay off the roads.
I will say, in terms of the sound design,
The
music is a little overpowering sometimes.
I agree.
And the music, it's like the right music for the emotion. It's
Yeah,
just that the
sounds,
mix is a little...
No, it sounds great. But yeah, I agree it's a little bit off. And I was like, maybe it's this headphone, but we use these for everything, so I don't think that's it.
I just also find bagpipes and human voices great on each other in a mix.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. It's a cool building.
You know what they say about elves that carry big axes?
Was that a penis joke? Now it's The Witcher.
Die slowly, assholes!
That was a good bit.
Yeah.
This show suffers a little bit from the protagonists are impossibly better than every other combatanitis.
Well, yeah, they're heroes.
Yeah, but they're like, these are the battle-hardened elite. And I'm like, oh, I don't buy that at all. They seem almost incompetent.
Wow. I don't know about competent.
Oh, nope, she took a blow. Ooh. Never mind, I take it back. What?
Uh-oh. Sounds like they're gonna light it up.
Good.
Then why did they go inside?
Well, because if they have, like, bodies as proof, I'm sure that that's better than some, like, charred corpses that could be anybody.
I will say that it's more exciting now that they didn't, like, just win that fight. I'm really glad for all of that. That was great. Rings of Power needed something like that for Galadriel. Just one fight that she didn't, like, just win immediately.
Yeah.
Because they're stakes now. They can't win every fight.
The little born are starving. When your empire grows fat.
Whoa.
What is your name?
Crevanes ben I become Hammacher, but most people call me Avalar.
One wonders why.
Wait, what?
Empress.
This is what I mean. It's the prequel of everything.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, what?
All right,
The
cool.
three hunters had themselves become the hunted.
Cool. I feel like I say that a lot in this show. Is that cool?
Cool.
You need to rest.
But is it a short rest or a long rest?
For a wound like that, you're probably gonna need a long rest.
What do you think's up with her eyes?
Well, they're called the Ghost Clan. So I'm assuming that they, like, her entire clan had those features.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess.
You appreciate books?
I spy a first edition of Solvar's Conquest of the Dwarves.
Fucking nerd.
I'm just...
As soon as the Empire settles, I have no doubt Balor and Eredin will have me killed. And since they know I've chosen you as my protector, they will most likely kill you too.
You're fucked.
Give me your cloak.
Why, exactly?
I need to know what's happening outside these palace walls.
That really nice cloak is a very bad disguise.
But also, does she have a way out?
Well, that guy knew about the secret entrance.
Someone tried to murder her today. And she's like, it's a good time.
No, I'm gonna go looking around.
She's interesting, though, because she's on this, like, power quest, but also seems to have a genuine concern for the people of her nation.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes her interesting.
Does the show end with Jaskier writing that song?
He didn't.
How did you walk into it? He was walking down the street before Regale. Did you not see him?
Sorry.
Is she gonna blackmail Eredin for being gay?
I don't think being gay is bad in this world. There were men, like, pouring water on each other in the bath scene.
Mm-mm.
We were going to commandeer that grain to feed our troops.
Well, what about the palace grain stores?
Nearly empty.
Uh-oh.
And you still don't. Galentrian wine.
Interesting.
Balor nurtured his own deadly secret.
We should get, like, an Eredin Geralt romance option in Witcher 3.
Reckon you'll be killing a lot of Empire soldiers then?
Got a problem?
Oh, not by me, square jaw.
Fuck it, I'm in.
It's like Andor.
Yeah.
Fuck the Empire.
The name's Callan. But most folks call me Brother Death.
See, Callan was fine, but then the music peaked too much during the rest of that sentence.
Yeah.
And it keeps yeah, it's weird.
I don't know that she'll help. And to be honest, she's just as likely to kill you if she doesn't like the look of you. But I can see that you care about her.
The whole continent is looking for us. Ayla, we don't know him.
Take us to your healer.
There's some really tropey writing in this. The story stuff, the song stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll take you to someone. They're just as likely to kill you as help you.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
literally done that twice now.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody in this world
Yeah.
is that way. Yes.
I have the person for that. But they might kill you. I love flashback smoke. That was a wild cut.
Yeah.
This is such a weird scene.
Yeah.
I don't like when it goes in the mouth.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'd leave too.
Yeah, no wonder she doesn't want to be on the fucking team anymore. Jesus Christ. God, last episode I was kind of sad our clan had died, but now that I know what their initiation ritual is.
Yeah.
Zachary's mists need a pure signal to read you honestly.
He's involved in all of this shit!
If anyone gets to punish Sindral, it's me. And trust me, I will.
Kinky. Wait, but wasn't that the guy in the...
In the cell, yeah.
Meldoff was done with the world of elves. But the world of elves was far from done with her.
I like her.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Where are you taking us?
On an adventure to meet a wonderful friend of mine.
The Chaos Magic wants children? I'm shocked.
Wow.
No.
Mere tokens beget mere tastes. Transformation requires true sacrifice.
What do you mean?
Got him.
Killing children isn't a true sacrifice. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You have an excellent eye, Empress.
She must have gone back to the castle. Because I feel like if she was gone long enough for them to bone and for him to take a nap.
She went back for sure.
Someone would have noticed her gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to presume.
Balor would never allow it.
Well, I propose we show Balor that the crown and military are as one.
She's smart. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Please ensure that Fial's Stoneheart is brought back to me, alive.
He's more likely to cut your throat than grace you with an heir.
The circumstances change.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna convince him. You murdered his entire clan. She lives in a beehive.
Dope. She pouring Listerine on it?
Celestial twins. Gifted with the same magical talents, but that was a long time ago.
Nah.
Interesting.
Let's go. That looked great.
Oh, you don't know. Merwin slit your sister's throat herself.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
Well, she can't lie her way out of that one.
Yeah, that's rough.
We stand a better chance together than apart.
The gods brought us together.
You destroy the monolith, and we'll take down Merwin and our beast.
Cool.
All right. We got a game plan.
Oh no, those poor soldiers. They're not doing nothing, but they're about to have a bad day.
Yeah.
Is the dwarf girl just gonna like walk up on them right now and be like, hey, can I come?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna collect her.
If collect her.
Well, yeah, they just seem to be collecting people along the way.
Yeah. It is like the one question right now. Among the many questions of this show.
I don't know. It should have worked.
Well, I thought the palace would be fancier.
Yeah, there's no monolith there.
Oh, they're not on their world anymore.
No.
Run, run,
Yay.
run. Ooh!
Where's the end? Oh. Fine. Whatever.
Okay.
That looked horrifying.
That was cool. I like the creature design. That was fun.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that the thing? That's very similar to the thing that
yes.
Geralt and Ciri fight, right?
It does have a similar look to one of the creatures in the games, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, no, wait, not in the game. Was that in the show?
I think it was in the show, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, but it wasn't, like, white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the winter version.
Yes, or the fish version.
I'm not gonna lie. I really don't care about the leads of this show.
Like the main band of people?
Yeah, they're like meandering to collect people to eventually get to the point where they're in Zentrea. I'm like, every time it cuts to that, I'm like, no, go back to like the political intrigue. Because the Empress stuff, the Empress, Eredin, and Balor stuff is great.
Yeah.
Like all of that's super interesting. It's super intriguing. It's all very focused, and it's about like it's reminding me a little bit of Game of Thronesy. You know what I mean? Like it's got sort of that underpinning of political tension that I really like.
Yeah.
When we're with the kind of like mission of the episode, meeting more people who are going to help us with that thing that we think we need to do, but we don't really know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I'm surprised by it because I like all the actors in that, and I think they're giving good performances.
Yeah.
I'm just not particularly interested in what's going on with them.
No, I agree. That's not the storyline that is interesting. And I think when they finally all get together, it's going to be really cool. But yeah, I
hope so.
I definitely find the stuff at the palace to be more interesting than, you know, our group of like D&D characters who are like going towards their goal. Like, you know, like that's fine. It's not bad.
My problem with it is that they're not going towards their goal. They are just they're just running into roadblocks. So, like, they're like, okay, we're going to go to the palace, we're going to go do the thing. And I was like, oh, cool, we're going to go do the thing. No, the gateway took us to another world. We have to go on another side quest.
That's, like, very classic storytelling.
It depends on the kind of story that you're telling, though.
Well, they have the plan, and so they're about to pop into the palace, but it's, like, it's been, like, and it's been, like, 2 episodes, right? Like, it doesn't work the way that they need it to, and they're probably going to find something in this other world that helps them understand what the chaos magic is and how it all wraps up together.
Oh, 100%. And I think that if that is the main thrust of the story, it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that what's weird about this show is that they are giving us this other thing that is more focused and is less tropey and is more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that like no television shows like this. There are plenty of television shows that have that kind of story, but it focuses on those characters more.
Yeah.
Whereas like it almost feels like the time is being divided exactly equally between the two things. And I find one of them to be fascinating and riveting, and the other to be kind of rote and kind of cliche. Yeah. And in the battle between those two things, it's weird because all of our main characters, the like band of the 7 that we're putting together, are in this storyline that feels a little bit it just feels a little bit like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened.
Well, because it's being told as a story.
Right, but so is the other side of the storyline, which is being told as, and then this character undercut this person, which forced this person into a position of having to make this decision, and having these characters who are making choices. Mm-hmm. It's just very weird to have, it feels like we're watching 2 different shows at the same time. And when they meet up, I hope that they gel really well.
I don't think it feels like 2 different things. Because you have, like the opposition of them is kind of what keeps things interesting, right? Like, you have your band of heroes who have, like, a goal to accomplish, right? This woman is telling Jaskier this story, right? And she is plotting it out as this happened, and this happened, and this happened, which, like, I understand. But at the palace, it's not really, like... It is inherently more complicated than that. Like they are in more of a like political battle for their lives, or the Empress is in a sense, and the others are in a physical battle for their lives and obviously for their quest for revenge. And so they don't feel like separate stories to me. They feel like they are separate worlds in terms of like the class of the characters, which I think that the show is doing a really good job of portraying.
I don't mean separate stories in that they don't feel connected at all. I mean separate stories in the style of storytelling.
Yeah, because you have the Empress, who is like the highest class that you can imagine, and then you have the randoms. You know, you have the like people who lost everything, the people who are lowborn, the people who are not good enough. You know, and so I think that like the difference between those two vibes actually really works for me in that sense.
Yeah, I'm glad it works for you. It is distracting to me right now. That having one of the storylines in the show be like MacGuffin-y and then storytelling, and having the other be very
MacGuffin-y?
Yeah. This episode was the episode where the band of heroes had to find, and granted, the guy just walked up and told them where it was, so it wasn't like they didn't. And maybe that's the problem. They don't have to do anything to find the things that they need. Mm-hmm. They keep just kind of walking up on the solutions to their problems.
Well, I think that's because of the format of the story that's being told to Dandelion.
Sure, but it is an intentional decision to tell us the story in that way.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote it this way.
Yeah.
Right? And so for my taste, so our heroes come into this episode without any problems, right? They're just walking. The problem of this episode though is that Michelle Yeoh gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to solve that problem? Oh, a guy shows up, is on their team, and is in love with the person who can heal her. Mm-hmm. And so they go over there. They have to they have to like watch their own memories, but they don't have to like make any choices in their memories. Like usually when you do flashback, when the mists of flashback come into a show, usually it's because you want to put your characters in a position where they have to where they're tempted to stay in their memories, and so they have to like choose to go back to their lives, which are a lot harder, or they're shown something about themselves that makes them question something about themselves. Mm-hmm. This was literally just, here are flashbacks of things that happened to you.
Well, because the mist was judging them, like it feels like they would have died if they had been deemed unworthy.
Well, sure, but that the characters don't have to do anything in order to interact with that. Mm-hmm. They just watch it as if they're watching a show. And then the person who can heal Michelle Yeoh is there with the person who knows the answer to all of the things that they need to know. And then the episode ends with them going and getting railroaded again, right? And so in this episode, the protagonists who are on the journey of like getting to the Empress, they don't have to make any choices. Like they don't have to like actively participate in the narrative. Yeah. It just is kind of happening, and everything that they need just kind of keeps falling in their laps.
Yeah.
And I think that if this was like an 8-episode show and this was episode 2 and like whatever, like we're just trying to set things up so that the next 6 can be more active for our protagonists, it wouldn't stand out as much. Mm-hmm. But because there's only 2 episodes left, there's only 2 episodes where these characters can start to feel like they're taking more action in what is happening to them.
Yeah, and I think that is kind of the problem with this like revenge story. It's not really a problem with it, but I think we have so much personality with the Empress and what's going on there.
Yeah,
like we have so much like I'm in charge of like figuring out what to do and we get to figure out who they are as people, whereas our main like band of like 7, apart from the dwarf, I actually think that like she has a lot of personality and a lot of agency, which
is tough because all of her scenes are by herself.
Yeah, she's by herself. But the other ones, they're going along, and I feel like who they are as people, like I don't really know yet. Like our main girl, who's the Lark, you know, like she saved this girl in the bar to her own like detriment, and like that gives us like an idea of her character, especially her interaction with her sister. But in terms of their interaction within the group, I agree, it doesn't do much to like build up who they are. Now, granted, they kind of all just got together, so maybe episode 3 will get a little bit more personality on like who's who in the story. But also, like, you know, yeah, they've made the choice consciously to tell this as like a story being told to Jaskier, but like, and maybe that's the choice, is that they are supposed to seem more like heroes from a story, because you know, like the bards don't really like spend time to sing about the inner turmoil of the savior of the day, you know? Right,
but that's why it's weird to me that the palace stuff is so politically motivated, in that it's really, if it's going to be a broad stroke story of good and evil and heroes and villains, the villains don't seem broad strokes villainous. They're more complicated in their villainy, right?
Well, I don't know. The main villain is just evil. Like,
yeah, kind of, but like he is very interesting, and he is,
But
he's willing to sacrifice everything for power, which is like evil. But he also is like, I understand how this lowborn, whose life has been just manipulated and used and abused by highborns and by royalty, he is looking at this system that has kept him down his whole life, and he's trying to tear that apart. Mm-hmm. And I can relate to that. I understand his reasoning.
But here's the thing: he's not trying to tear that apart. The lowborn are suffering, and he does not give a shit.
No, he does. He just thinks that.
No, he says to kill them. Oh, there's a problem? Kill them. Hang them. Fuck them up.
Kill the merchants, yeah. But I think that in his eyes, the only solution to his problems with food, with water, with whatever the problems the kingdom are having, all of those solutions can be found in another world, right? Like, we cannot grow enough food in our island. How do we solve our problem? We have to get this gateway going. We have to get our army out here. We have to go take from this other world.
Yeah.
And so... yes, he has the evil side of himself, which is the I will burn everything down to have power side, which I totally get. Mm-hmm. But I can also relate to his motivation for that, which is that even though I am the advisor to the king, because I'm lowborn, I will never be seen as anything more than that. And the system is what created him. Mm-hmm. And the other side of himself, which is that all we have to do, if everyone just listened to me, and all we have to do is get these other worlds under our control, then all of those other problems will go away. Yes, there's momentary suffering for long-term gain. Mm-hmm. Like, he's thinking long-term in a way that is harming people around him. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's a good character. He's a good guy. He's a bad guy. Mm-hmm. But he's a totally understandable character. And so you have these three villains, Eridan, the Empress, and Balor, who feel more like fully fleshed out three-dimensional characters
than our main people.
Yeah,
I agree.
Who feel a little bit underwritten and a little bit like we just have to get to the next story beat.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel a little bit rushed. You know?
And so it's just super interesting because I've never really seen a show where I feel this way, where I'm so invested in the bad guys and in the political intrigue and the machinations and the oh, we need to go find the person who can heal her. This guy knows her and he's going to take us there right now and she's going to heal her and we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of dichotomy between these two things, that one is working so well for me and I'm leaning forward, and the other I'm just settling back and going, it looks good, and the action scenes are shot well and the performances are really good.
Yeah.
But I wish I cared as much about our protagonists as I do about the fighting in the castle.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's just how I'm feeling right now. I think the show's good.
Yeah.
It's not amazing. I don't think that this is going to change the world. But I think that this is much better than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I enjoy watching it. You know what I mean?
With all the news around it, I was a little bit worried, but I'm enjoying it. So.
Yeah, I really hope it has a satisfactory end.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's my biggest concern. Mm-hmm. With them shortening it by 2 episodes or whatever they shortened it by. I really hope the next 2 keep this up because I'm happy right now.
Yeah. I do think the whole we need to have an answer to everything that's in The Witcher is a little bit much.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it all plays out, and maybe it's done well. Maybe it has a reason.
Because they said his name was Avalach, right?
Yeah, they did.
So Eridan and Avalach knew each other 1,200 years ago?
Apparently, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun,
cool.
I know, right?
If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry. We must feed her. This episode, the algorithm goddess is...
the Empress.
Oh, I was going to go with the dwarf.
Oh, no, she's not hungry. She got what she wanted.
She ate good. She ate good this episode.
She ate good, yeah. Nah, the Empress is treading water for her life.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I think her name's Meldorf. Meldoff?
No, Meldorf is the dwarf.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant the Empress.
No, I don't know the Empress's name. If you want to follow us around the internet, you can do that. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Clars Polaris.
And as always, y'all, do something nerdy tonight. And I think that this is coming out on New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year's.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Bye.